When they announced the spinoff a couple of years ago, I think I wasn't the only one that was hoping it would be a Jody Mills spinoff instead of whatever the hell they did.
That's only because it was before Donna existed, right?
Right. And I actually have talked to many people about how awesome it would be to have a Jody, Donna, and the girls spinoff, and y'all have had some really solid episodes even since then. And so do we have any hope? Is that something y'all would jump at? Or
hope springs eternal. I have nothing besides hope, however.
Yeah, we have zero power other than going, sure, I'll sign there. That's literally like what we are just like ready and waiting to do.
I have no indication that is anything that they intend to follow through on, which would be sad if I weren't an actor and I kind of, that's how the business works. It's a CW. I don't know if you know this, but I'm middle-aged. I'm female. But it would be fucking awesome. And so it's one of the fantasies that takes some of my time.
Also, the CW, this is how Kim and I work. She does that and then I do this. So the CW had 2 new shows over the last couple years with women who are around our age, my age, and they not only are doing quite well, both of those women won Golden Globes for the first time for the CW. So maybe they're going, there's something happening here. Wonder, we have a built-in fan base. Would that? No, let's just put some more 19-year-old men on screen. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
I'm just saying we should campaign to make that happen. Us.
You guys are amazing. Anything that has come from the Wayward Daughters campaign is because of you guys. You guys are incredibly powerful, and the powers that be do know and think about you on a regular basis. I know that for a fact. Do they make every episode based on what we and you want? No. But they do hear you, they do know that that's what they want, and it's probably a big reason that maybe Jody, a big reason that I'm there. So, thank you.
Yeah.
I was wondering, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you want a spin-off showing how awesome the sheriffs are?
11 billion.
Yes.
Exactly what I was going to say. How much would you like it?
10.
Okay, 10. Okay. You know what? You said 1 to 10. That's the top of your gauge. I get that. I'm not good at numbers. No, not a mathematician. My math is hard. It's probably higher than what she said. I don't know. Yes, we would like it a lot. Thank you. And every day I live the truth that it will happen, and Kim does not. So we meet in the middle. No, Kim's a realist. She's not pessimistic, and she clearly wants it to happen. I just live in the world of, I live in Vancouver. I grew up on a farm. So in my world, this is fucking crazy. So the idea that a spinoff could happen, well, that's just another crazy thing that could happen. This happened, so why can't that happen? I don't live in Los Angeles. Well, sure. Or in Los Angeles, it's full of heartbroken dreams. So Kim lives that truth, not because that's necessarily her life, but that's the kind of people that are always around. I live around a bunch of like cool hippies that just kind of want to like talk about your day, and they want you to meet their dog, and we live in different worlds. So I get to be the optimist, and she gets to be the realist, and we meet in the middle. It's a great world. It's good.
It's good.
Yeah. I'd still like it though. It'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
I always love it when people are like, if they did a Wayward Daughters spinoff, would you be up for it? No. Would you like to be in a TV show of your own? No. I'm good. No, I'm good. I wouldn't love to like this be my life every day. I mean, it is my life every day. That's why we love it. and have rent for next month. That'd be awesome.
Yes, yeah.
So our short answer is 10. 10. Thank you. Thank you.
That's what your question was, right? Yes. It was like, have I thought about the relationship between Jodie and Donna?
Yeah, if you ever thought about a spin-off episode between.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, sure.
I feel like they should make a whole show about it.
That'd be nice,
That's
eh?
what I think.
If you guys are loud enough, people are listening.
Maybe they'll hear you. Well, I mean, they probably won't like physically hear you. I think maybe like social media.
Social media hear you.
Yeah, because they won't
Letters
hear you
to the studio
in
hear
LA
you.
from here. Yeah.
Yeah. LA's a ways away.
Yeah.
There's some very exciting things happening that I'm not allowed to talk about, but I'm gonna.
It sounds wayward as fuck.
It should sound wayward as fuck. It is. What am I allowed to say about this? I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm trying to say something that I'm allowed to say. I'm not allowed to say anything, but I'm allowed to say I'm not allowed to say anything. So that should be a good sign to all of you.
You guys have done a lot of things, like, I don't know, help this show win a bunch of People's Choice Awards. You've kept the show on air for 13 years. You've gotten them on the cover of magazines, and now you people have fueled its very coolest and bestest spin-off ever. Ladies and gentlemen, the stars of the Supernatural spin-off, Kid Roll and Brianna Buckmaster.
Hi guys! Sorry, I usually come on stage like really, like, yeah! A, I don't want my boobs to fall out. And B, I just feel really emotional about said spin-off. And so, yeah. The first one that we've been at since they leaked it. So, yay, you guys.
And the happy dance, the question was, what was the happy dance when we found out?
My happy dance moment was when you guys found out. And I had been waiting for that for months because I'm gonna start crying. You dog. Love you. Because you guys did this, and I feel so grateful that you guys wanted this, and that you guys want this for the world, and for our young girls, and for my daughter, and it's a big fucking deal, and it's a big deal in, you know, the history of television, the history of fandoms, and I wanted you guys to feel empowered, and I hope you feel empowered because you did this. A bunch of women who I relate to, and men, but I wanted you guys to find out most because I just know how I would feel if it was me, and I want you guys to feel all the power that you hold, because you hold a lot of it. Was hard.
What's your name? Where are you from? What would you like?
I'm Zoe, and I'm from Dallas. And if you could have the chance to be on Wayward Sisters, would you take it?
If I had the chance to be on Wayward Sisters, would I take it?
Yes.
Seriously? Seriously, you want to waste a question?
I had to ask.
Yes! I got so excited the week of the read-through for Wayward. I was texting Kim and Brianna and Catherine. I was crying. I was crying as I was texting them. Just that week in the world, the week where the Me Too thing came out. You know, like what a perfect time to have a pilot that's all about women from women's point of view, from women's perspective about women, and oh my God, how important! It's such an important show.
I know.
And it's supernatural at the same time. I don't really speak about it much. I don't want to make it about me. It's their thing. But I do think that Rowena's pretty fucking wayward.
I agree.
Just uncensored herself. Spoke it.
So yeah, I would hope.
Hello. Hi. I'm Mary. Hey, Mary. And I was just wondering, how come you guys aren't cursing more this year? Compared to last year, we got notes.
Wait, we're cursing more this year?
She said, why are you not cursing more?
Oh yeah, we got a talking to.
I was just gonna curse a long string of lines. I was like, no, I'll get in trouble.
So what happens when you get your own spin-off?
It kind of is. They were like, we want you to be everything you are, only just a little less, please.
Yes, please. No, they're like very specific about when you talk, and I think for me, it is a habit. Like I swear a lot, and I swear a lot at home. I don't care, but it is such a habit that when I go to talk about the show, they said just kind of don't swear when you're talking about the show because then they can't use it for stuff, right? Which is totally fair. But it is so hard for me that I was like, I need to get into the habit of swearing less, just so when I go to talk about the show, it's not so hard. It's very challenging. That's the real answer.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
I'm also very excited about the Wayward pilot.
Thanks, man.
I was especially excited because now we've got an extra Kim episode, and we've got an extra Brianna episode, and like grand total of 3 or 4 Wayward episodes in the season, and it's really great. It feels like the powers that be have really embraced it and are really supporting it and going all the way to make it successful. So I was just wondering what it was like to be in that process, and does it feel that way to you guys too?
I mean, it feels that way to me, but I'm kind of the eternal optimist, so I'm like, of course they're gonna pick it up. How could they not pick it up? Like, in my brain, I'm like, they'd be fucking fools to not pick it up for so many reasons. Mostly because of you guys. Like, you don't take a large group of the most impassioned people, fan base in the world and go, I don't think so. Just see all their money fly out the window.
It felt supported. It felt wonderfully supported. It's felt supported from the top down to, and I'm sorry, I'm saying this in a linear way, and that's not correct. It's felt this way from the executive level all the way across to people who were only there for just this episode going, I thought I was just going to show up for a day and not give a shit. Now I really want to see this happen. So it feels supported. It feels possible. Anything is possible, including them deciding they don't want to do it. I don't care. I'm proud of what we have made already.
That's true. That is true. The fact that it's like, we did it. We made the thing. I remember you guys wanting the thing, Kim and I going, you guys want this thing? Us supporting the thing.
I occasionally saying the thing will never fucking happen.
Us getting the email that they wanted a thing that sounded like the thing, and us going, what do you think they're fucking talking about? And to getting the, the offer of the thing, to talking about when we're gonna start making the thing, and now it's made! It's fucking in the can! Wait for you guys to see it. I mean, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm so excited!
Hi.
Hi.
So first off, thank you so much for the Wayward Sisters episode, because I enjoyed that immensely. I think a lot of people know that.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for your support. It's all you know that, right? Let's just take a second to applaud all of us here. So it wasn't just yeah. It's not like like we showed up and we're like, sure, let's check out and see what this Wayward Sisters stuff is about. It's something that we'd all been working on for a long time.
Yeah, so what I was wondering about is how is that going? Because there was an idea that it was going to be a spin-off. Like, what is the process there? How is that going?
Well, the episode was a embedded pilot for the idea of a potential spin-off. It was initially supposed to be a standalone pilot, but they decided, which thank God, it would be better as an embedded pilot, which really meant that you guys got to see it, because often pilots, you only get to see if the show gets picked up. And so sometimes audiences never get to see a pilot at all. So we got to film it, it got aired, and now we wait. And we should know next week.
But I think everyone's wondering if you've got any news for us today.
No, I almost brought my phone on stage, but I thought, no.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's literally like any second.
It's
not exactly a question, but I just want everybody in this room to stand up in a bit, because I think that we all feel the same. We're confused, we're angry, but we're not gonna give up, and we know that this thing is gonna happen somehow. So I just want everyone to get up and clap for Brianna, Wayward Sisters, the cast and the crew. We love you.
You guys, thank you. I love you guys too. You'll be okay. Thank you. Sit down. You're very sweet. Thank you. Stop trying to make me cry. Okay.
The most important and kind of life-affecting part of being on the show for me hasn't come from being on the show. It's come from this. Just in terms, thank you. No, that's for you. You guys do this to me and for me. I mean, it is very nice to pay rent, but I've actually paid rent my whole life. I've been able to do things, and we're gonna go there. We're gonna address the large triangular creature in the room. When Wayward Daughters didn't go, when Wayward Sisters didn't go, I'm very much of the oh, okay, well, next step. And you guys were the ones that were like, no, we're not done being heard. We might not get what we want, but we will continue to be heard. We will continue to say yes. We will continue to be more together and show the whole fucking world what's possible. And that was not a part of my makeup before this show and before I met you guys. That was not how I rolled. I was very much like, all right, it's just me. And when one door closes, you keep walking until another one opens. And y'all are like, oh no, when one door closes, we go build ourselves a whole motherfucking castle someplace else. So that's really been the biggest impact on my life. Thank you.
You guys recently celebrated the first year anniversary of the Wayward podcast.
We all did it together.
And by celebrated, actually we had two big, huge plans, neither of which we keep scrapping our plans. But something's gonna happen, we promise.
Well, I wanted to ask, how have your feelings about it and your experiences recording the episodes changed over that year? Like, how has it changed and evolved?
Oh, yeah, okay, so my first response, well, it wasn't my first response. B came to me and she's like, okay, I have an idea, don't answer now. Which always means my initial answer is probably gonna be, no. I don't wanna. And that was my initial response, was that sounds hard and I don't want to. I don't want to. It sounds really, really hard. My response now is that all of the stuff that I was scared to do, I actually completely geek out on. I am the one who edits. Brianna keeps going, you can send them to me. Now they're mine! I'm the one who knows how to find hold music. That is my job.
Oh, that's true. I could edit it, but I could not find cool hold music.
So I would say it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be, and it's a lot more fun than I was hoping it would be. So that's how I've shifted with it.
What's the great thing about the podcast
for me and what I thought would be the great thing for Kim, and she can reflect on her experience, but after the show didn't get picked up, yeah, you fucking get angry. Get out of your system and then we move on. That's what we do, right?
Nah, it's still not out of my system.
And that's okay. That is okay. We're allowed to be angry.
I find little pockets where it's like just stuck in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm fine. Oh, you're still there.
But so when you get contracted for a show, is a pilot, you get contracted for a certain amount of time because then they try to do things after. If it doesn't get picked up by a network, they try to go to another network or they want to hang on to you for something, whatever. So we were under contract until July, and I remember the convention. It was in Chicago last year, and I sat Kim down in a very quiet room. And I was like, I'm gonna suggest things to you. And I said, I don't want you to answer right now. But basically I was like, look, we have something. And I mean the communal we. I said, we as a group, as the Wayward movement, have something that is unique and is important. And the voices need to be heard. And I recognize it's just Kim and I's voice right now with some guests on the podcast, but they were a reflection of you, and they were a reflection of things we know you guys want us to talk about and want to hear and want more people to talk about. And anybody that kind of comes up to my table or talks to us at a PJ party says, thank you so much for talking about this thing, for talking about periods, for talking about masturbation, for talking about fear, all this shit that we need to talk about more. We never would have been able to, honestly, we wouldn't have been able to talk about that stuff had the pilot gone. They're very specific about what you're allowed to publicly say. They wouldn't like me talking about how I get off 3 times a night. Anyway, that's not my point. My point is, we got to do the podcast because you guys had things to say that were important. Kim and I get to be the voice of you guys. That's really what it is. And it is an honor, and it is something we take very seriously. And if it wasn't, I recognize that I brought the idea to Kim, but Kim really is the muscle behind it. She's the one that keeps things going, and she's the one that and often initiates a topic and a conversation. And I'm so grateful that she's my partner in this, and that we are moving all of this together. And you guys don't even know about the awesome fucking things.
But do the thing, say the thing.
No.
Now's the time to say the thing.
Now?
Say the thing. Say the thing. Oh, I'm tearing up. Say the thing.
Well, Kim and I's, the Wayward podcast is now represented by a booking agent out of New York City. And starting next year, Kim and I are going to start doing live podcasts. You guys, stop. Anyway, we're very excited. We're so excited. And we're so excited for many, many reasons, but it just is like, it's just such a huge comment as to when people try to control things that you create that are incredibly authentic, they can't. They can't. And this group, this room is a testament to that, okay?